Here we go. Here's the boot. It's pretty high. It's curving over to the right. It is taken by Cassidy at the 3. He's at the 5. Now the 10. Cuts it to his right at the 15. Evades a tackler. He's at the 20. He is caught at the 23-yard line and slammed hard. There's a fumble on the play. Big battle for the ball already. Detroit recovered. Stan Jones, M.L. Brackett, and Malakis. And 2 other Bears. They're just getting up now. Johnny Helwig for 1. And Eddie Meadows for the other. We're all in on that tackle on Cassidy. It's Detroit's ball. 1st and 10 to go on their own 23-yard line. And already this crowd has worked up to a fever pitch, and all we've had is the opening kickoff. All right. Middleton wide to the right. Dibble wide to the left. Jim Doran, here's the snap. Layne hands off now to the halfback. Gedman, he's hit hard at the 25-yard line. Piled up there. Signal being called. Layne over Addy. Here's the pitch out now. It goes to Gedman. He's going to try the left side. He gets across the 25. He's hit at the 28-yard line. Hit very hard over there on the far side of the field. On that tackle that time was McNeil Moore, who came up from the secondary. And Bill George, who moved out with him. It's going to be 3rd down now. 3rd down and just about 6 yards to go for a 1st down for Detroit. Wait a minute. Timeout has been called by the Lions. There's a walk-off against Detroit. Here's the snap. Layne back. He wants to pass. He throws quickly. It's over the head of the fullback, Leon Hart, for whom it was intended. He was rushed on the play. Charging in there was Big Freddie Williams and also the defensive left end, Jack Hoffman. Layne was really rushed on that one. Out of the huddle they come. Man, this crowd is excited. Wide to the right is Middleton. Layne back. He throws one. It is incomplete. He's hurried on the play. This time it was Eddie Meadows who charged in there. Really charged and red dogged him good. And now it's 4th down for Detroit and 21, and the Lions will have to boot. Yale Larry will probably do the kicking. Here's the snap. He gets the kick away. It's a good one. It's end over end. It bounces at midfield. And it's going to come to a dead halt right around the Bear 47-yard line. Nobody's on it. There were 4 Lions under that punt down there, and they raced very, very hard. So the Bears take over. 1st and 10. This may be called back. A flag down on the play, and the Bear offensive team had started on the field. Now they're called back, and the Bear defenders go back out there. Still boot, only this time Larry will kick from about his 8. He's standing on the 5. The double safety for the Bears is back. Here's the kick. It's low. It is a fair catch signal for midfield by Don Bingham, and so the Bears take over. 1st and 10, right at midfield. Caceres and Watkins complete the backfield along with Brown. Signal being called. Here's the snap. Brownie hands to Bobby Watkins. Head down. He burrows through to the 44-yard line. He's hit very hard by Schmidt and by Long. But little Bobby really came up with a beauty that time. Head down. He knifed right through those defenders to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down. Detroit lining up with 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 men on the line. Here's the snap. A pitch out to Caceres. He cuts to the right. He gets across the 45. He's down to the 40. He's still fighting. He gets to the 35, and he's finally borne to the ground at the 32-yard line. Rick Caceres refused to be stopped on that one. It's a 1st down plunge. Upright tackle by Rick, good for 12 yards. It's 1st and 10 now for the Bears on the 32-yard line of Detroit. Here's the snap. The handoff this time to Bobby Watkins. He tries to hit left tackle. He gets about a yard on the play. You look both ways before bending over. Calls the signal. Here's a fake handoff. Here's a pass in the flat. It's way over the head of Dooley. And out of bounds, incomplete, inside the 10-yard line. Brownie threw it hard and high. And so it now becomes 3rd down at 8 for the Bears on the 30-yard line of the Lions. 3rd down, 8. McCall lined up at full. He goes in motion to the right. Here's the snap. A handoff now to Rick Caceres, and he is charged on and dropped for a loss on the play. Diagnosing that play beautifully was Big Ray Krause, the left tackle for the Lions, who dropped Rick for a yard loss back to the 31-yard line. It's 4th down now for the Bears. Blanda comes in to attempt a field goal. Kick will come from right around the 39-yard line of Detroit. Slight angle and a slight crosswind which favors George. Signal called. Here's the snap, the place down. He gets the kick away, but it's way off the mark, way wide to the right, and almost went out of bounds at about the 1-yard line. It finally sneaked into the end zone right near the red flag and almost went into the band over there, so it'll be brought out. Detroit's ball on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10. Hart and Gedman completing the backfield. Here's Layne dropping back. He wants to pass. He throws a long one way down here. It's way over the head of Dorn Dibble. And also Jimmy Dorn was given a little nudge as he crossed that line of scrimmage there. He wound up flat on his face, and the pass is ruled incomplete. It is 2nd down 10 now for Detroit on their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap, Layne back, everybody flares out. There's a pass back of the line of scrimmage, completed to Leon Hart. He's hit by 3 Bears. Hanson was in there. Ray Gene Smith was in there. Fred Williams was there, and the whole play nets exactly 4 yards. It's now 2nd down. Make that 3rd down and 6 for Detroit on their 24-yard line. 3rd down, 6. If the Bears hold here, of course, Detroit will have to punt again. 3rd down, 6.5. Here's the snap. Layne back, looks to his left, throws one up there. It's complete at the 37-yard line to Dibble, who has waltzed back to the 34. He'll get as far as his forward motion carried him. The tackle being made that time by Ray Gene Smith. That is a 1st down pass. Good for 13 yards by Bobby Layne. 1st and 10. Wait a minute now. Gibbs is running up here. Very wide to the right is Middleton. Flanker this time to the right is Dorn Dibble. Make that Jim Dorn. Dorn Dibble the left end. Here's a pass out on the flat, complete to Middleton. And he is tackled by J.C. Caroline at the 39-yard line with Bill George and Wayne Hanson helping. Although J.C. got him instantly as soon as the pass was completed. The play moves up to the 39-yard line. A net of 2, and that makes it now 2nd down 8 for Detroit on their own 39-yard line. Charlie Addy bends over the ball to snap the handoff to Leon Hart. He tries the middle of the line. He gets across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. The Bears gang up on him real good. Bill George, Wayne Hanson, McNeil Moore, and Freddie Williams, and Jack Hoffman all in on that tackle. Believe me, the boys are really ganging up on everybody today. Charlie Addy, the center, over the ball. Over him, Layne. Here's the snap. Layne wants to throw a quick one. He can't. He finally has to eat the ball as Jack Hoffman charges in there. Jack Hoffman, the Bears left end, charges in there and waltzes Bobby Layne to the ground at the 39, the 40-yard line. 4th down, 6.5 for Detroit. Here's a wobbly pass from center. He gets the ball, gets the kick away. It's a good boot. It's end over end on the far side of the field at the 30, now the 25, bounces to the 20, and is finally dead at the Bear 18-yard line. Bears ball, 1st and 10 to go, their own 18. So the Bears take over now. 1st and 10 of their own 18. No score in the ball game. 1st quarter. Eddie Brown quarterbacking. Watkins at halfback. Caceres at full. McCall at the other halfback. McCall is the slot man if they play the slot. The ends, of course, Dooley and Schroeder. To the left is Dooley. To the right is Hill. Brown quarterbacking. In motion out to the left goes Bill McCall from the fullback spot. And here's a pitch to Caceres, who lined up at half. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's at the 35. He's at the 40. Jimmy David grabs him at the 50. He is down at the 48-yard line of Detroit. Rick Caceres lined up at left halfback. McCall was the fullback on the play. McCall went in motion from fullback. The pitch went to Rick, and he waltzed around left end for a 30-yard jaunt to the 48-yard line of the Lions. Beautiful run by Rick Caceres. Good blocking on the play. 1st and 10 now. Make that a 34-yard run. Wide to the right this time goes McCall. Wide to the left, Dooley. Hill lines up at left halfback. Tight T. Here's the snap. A hand up to Harlan Hill. Hill's going to run with the ball. He's at the 45, the 40. He's at the 36-yard line. Harlan Hill, for the first time I've ever seen him do it, lined up at left halfback and took the ball around right end. No pass, just a run. 1st down. 11 yards on that one. 1st and 10 now for the Bears on the Detroit 36, and there is a surprise, I guarantee you. Here's the snap. Brown hands off to Bobby Watkins. Bobby's trying to sweep left end. He's going to be driven back for a loss to the 39-yard line. He was tackled very hard by Long and by Carl Evans and by Yale Larry, the Detroit backfield men. Here comes J.C. Caroline in the ball game for the first time. All right, it's 2nd down for the Bears. 13 yards to go for a 1st down. The ball on the Detroit 39. Out of the huddle they come. Dooley to the right. McCall to the left. Tight T formation. Caceres at fullback. Hill in motion to the right from halfback. Here's Brown. Wants to pass. He's knocked down. Bob Long charged in there along with Darris McCord and dropped Eddie Brown for the loss on the 44-yard line. That makes it now 3rd down for the Bears. And 19 yards to go for a 1st down on the 44-yard line of Detroit. 3rd down and 19. 3rd down, 19. Here's the ball now. Brown back, waits, throws one at the sidelines. It is caught by Dooley at the 29. He's out of bounds as he catches it. A nice catch of a lob pass by Dooley, aimed at the sidelines by Eddie Brown. 3 yards to go for a 1st down on the Detroit 29-yard line. Blanda coming in. The crowd wants him to try for the yardage, but Blanda's going to quit, apparently to try a field goal. Here's the boot by Blanda. Watch it. It's going to be close. It is good. maybe a sign of the times, a sign of better times. George Blanda, with a field goal, has given the Bears first blood of the ball game. The score, Bears 3, Detroit nothing, with the clock showing 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's the run up. Here's Blanda's kick. It's short. It's end over end. Is coming down at the 8-yard line, taken by Ryko. He's back to the 10, now the 15. He's hit at the 18-yard line by Blanda and by Malakas and by Doug Atkins of the Bears, and driven hard to the ground. Also, Rogan was in on that tackle. And it's the Lions ball, first and 10 to go in their own 16-yard line. The score, the Chicago Bears 3, the Detroit Lions nothing. Linebackers Hansen and Fortunato come up to the line of scrimmage. There's a slot man to the right. Here's the snap. The handoff is fake to the fullback and given to Gedman. And Gedman is brought to a standing stop after about a 1-yard gain. Finally slammed back on the 15-yard line by McNeil Moore of the Bears and by Joe Fortunato. Also getting up from that tackle, Ray Gene Smith. And at this point, the Bear defenders look very, very hot. Hands off this time to Gedman. He's trying right end. He's hit and dropped at the 24-yard line with a good ankle tackle by McNeil Moore of the Chicago Bears. He is shy of first down yardage. The ball is going to be placed out on the 24-yard line. That chain extends to the 26. It's 3rd down and 2 now for the Lions. Layne hands off this time. It's a pitch to Gedman. He drops the ball back on the 15. There's a fumble, a fight for the ball. Gedman fell on it and recovered back on the 12-yard line. He almost lost that ball. Bill George nearly got in there in time to give him trouble. It's 4th down now for the Lions, back on their 12-yard line. The pitch out from Bobby Layne was mishandled by Gedman. He couldn't keep hold of it, and that makes it 4th down and 20. Everybody's lined up now. Here's the pass from center. He gets the kick away. It's end over end. It's not too deep, and it may go out of bounds near the Detroit bench. It does on the far side of the field. It starts to go out of bounds and finally comes to a halt at the 44-yard line of Detroit. Bears ball again in Detroit territory. 1st and 10 Bears. They lead 3-0. J.C. Caroline has gone in at left halfback now for the Bears. Hill and Dooley are in there. McCall is in there. Caceres is in there. Brown at quarterback as usual. Whitekin and Gilbert at the tackles. Here's the snap. It's a handoff now to Rick Caceres. He's going to try left end. He's at the 45. He's at the line of scrimmage. He's down at the 42-yard line. He had to really sweep there to avoid being tackled by Big Darius McCord, the left end on the defense for the Lions. And as a result, when he finally did turn the corner, Carl Evans was able to bring him down after a short gain to the 42. That makes it 2nd down 8 for the Bears on the 42-yard line of the Detroit Lions. The huddle are lined up. Dooley wide to the right. Hill very wide to the left. Slot man to the left is McCall. Here's the snap. Brown hands off to Caceres. Or rather, J.C. Caroline. He hits left tackle and gets inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Tackle on the play by Bob Miller. They're mixing up those plays like crazy, and Hill lines up at left halfback. There's the gun. The second quarter underway. The ends are split. Dooley to the right, Hill to the left. Here's a pitch out now to J.C. Caroline, and he is tripped up by a beautiful tackle by Jimmy David, who red-dogged on the play, coming in from the left. And J.C. is dropped for a loss on the play of 2 yards back to the 41-yard line. Now he's in there. Let's see if Brown boots one out of bounds. No, he's just going to lob one up in the air, let it drop short. It's at the 15-yard line, and it bounces back and is dropped and down by Bill Whitekin of the Bears on the Detroit 17. So it's the Lions ball. 1st and 10 to go on their own 15-yard line. Score the Bears 3, Detroit nothing. There's a great defensive battle going down on that field. The line of scrimmage is their 18. Bobby Layne quarterbacking. Here's the snap. He hands off to Gedman. He's going to try to sweep. As he cuts in a tackle, he is dropped by Johnny Malakas of the Bears, and a help on the tackle from Bill George and from Stan Wallace. The usual names in there for the Bears. Doug Atkins and Meadows are the defensive ends now. Here's the snap. Layne back there charging him. He throws one way up here. It's caught by Middleton at the 35. A beautiful fake. He's at the 40, and he is grabbed by the arm by Johnny Helwig and dropped from the 43-yard line. The Bear defensive coach and Patty Driscoll. He may go in on the defense. 1st and 10 now. Layne bending over Addy, gets that ball, a quick pitch to Gedman, a quick opener in the left side, and a quick tackle by Doug Atkins of the Chicago Bears. Dropped him hard.
Well, we had our eyes right on the play there, and the man just rushed through there and hit Layne as hard as he could before he made the pass off, and Layne went down with a bad knee.
Gilmer bending over Addy, gets the ball, a handoff to Gedman, and he is caught from behind. Bill George charged in there, caught him with an ankle tackle, dropped him for a loss on the play, back on the 42-yard line. I have a hunch those Lions are pretty burned up about Layne being hurt. Dorn slotted to the left. Middleton wide. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He wants to pass. He races way back to the 29. He's being chased by 3 Bears. He throws a quick pass. Incomplete, intended for Hart. Leon Hart at the 45. That pass was thrown from Fright. As much as anything else, there were four big, monstrous bears bearing down on Harry Gilmer, who is one of the veterans. I believe Harry's been in this league about 7 or 8 years now. Here's a high pass from center, but he has it. Here's the boot. He gets it away. It's a high, wobbly spiral. A beautiful kick. Fair catch signal for by Bingham, and he just made that catch. At the 19-yard line, he slipped as he started to go for the ball, but he still gathered it in and fell hard. And in spite of the fact that he fell hard, he managed to hold on to that football. Bears ball, 1st and 10 to go on their own 19-yard line. Bobby Watkins is back in at left halfback now for the Bears. Brown still quarterbacking. McCall's in there. Dooley's in there. Hill is in there. Out of the huddle they come. Tight T formation with the end split. Now going in motion to the left from left halfback is Dooley. The snap, the hand off to Watkins. He hits, he fumbles. However, I believe Bobby recovered the ball. Yes, he did at the 20-yard line. It's an overall 1-yard net gain. Bobby Watkins took the handoff, was hit right near the line of scrimmage. The ball popped out of his hands, however, a fortunate bounce, and Bobby was able to recover. It's 2nd down 9, a 1-yard gain on the play. The ball squarely on the 20-yard line. In motion now from fullback goes Bill McCall. Here's the snap. Brown back. He looks both ways. He throws one up the sidelines. It is incomplete over the head of Harlan Hill. At the 35-yard line, out of bounds on the far side. He was hounded on the play by Yale Larry, who's in there to guard Harlan, and who is one of the truly great defensive backs in football today. And again, the ends Dooley, and this time McCall are split. Hill lining up at left halfback. Here's the snap. The ball goes to Harlan Hill. Harlan's going to throw a pass. He throws one way up here. It is incomplete, almost intercepted by Carl Evans. Well, Harlan Hill threw a pass that time. The intended receiver was McCall. McCall appeared to lose his balance as he started to race down the field. He still made a good try for the ball. The pass itself was not exactly a hard pass. It looked a little feathery and a little wobbly going up there, and Carl Evans of Detroit nearly intercepted. 4th down 9. He gets the kick away. It's a good boot. It's going to carry to about the 45. Now the 42 taken by Cassidy. He's back to midfield. He's at the 45. He's gone hard. He's at the 41. He is hit at the 41 very hard by Rogoman, by Stan Wallace, by Ed Meadows, and by Johnny Malakas. And for just a frantic moment there, it looked like Mr. Hopalong Cassidy might break loose. It's the Lions ball. 1st and 10 to go on the Bear 41-yard line. Cassidy is staying in there at halfback now for Detroit. 1st and 10 Detroit on the Bear 41-yard line. Out of the huddle they come. To the right, Middleton. To the left, Dibble. Slot man to the left is Doran. Cassidy and Bowman are the backfield men now. Bowman at fullback. Here's the snap. Gilmer hands off to Hoppy. Hits right guard. They're waiting for him. He may have made a yard or two on the play. 3 or 4 Bears grabbing him hard. Wayne Hansen for one. Linebacking and on the line. Ed Meadows for another. Playing a great defensive game today. The line of scrimmage is now the 39-yard line. It now becomes 2nd down and 8. The number of Harlan Hill in that Detroit setup is Middleton, who's been poisoned to the Bears every time he's played against them. He's very wide to the right this time. The left end Dibble is 3 steps away from tackle. The slot man to the right is Dorn again. Here's Gilmer back. Drops back to midfield. He waits. He may run. He does. He's at the 40. Now he's at the 39, the 35. And both Wallace and Ray Gene Smith hit him and bump him out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And also Wallace and Ray Gene hit each other. Kind of a billiard on that one. It is now the 35-yard line, the line of scrimmage, and that makes it 3rd down now, and just about 4 yards to go for a 1st down for Detroit on the Bear 35. Harry Gilmer is calling the shots, bends over Charlie Anney. Bears with a 6-man line. Here's the snap. Gilmer wants to pass. He throws one on the flat. It is complete to Doran at the 34. He's at the 30, the 25. He's very shifty. He gets to the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Detroit. Knocked down by Fortunato and by J.C. Caroline, and credit Jim Doran with a very nifty job of not only picking up a low pass, but maneuvering the whole play for 14 yards net with some fancy running. Charging in there is Williams replacing Malakas on the defense for the Bears. The line of scrimmage is actually the 20 and 2-foot line. We'll call it the 21. Signal being called. Here's the snap. Harry hands down to Bowman. He hits the center of the line. The center of the line hits him. He still made a yard or two on the play. He was forced back across the line of scrimmage, but of course he gets as far as his forward motion carried him. Billy Bishop and Doug Atkins, the Giants in the Bear line there, dropping him. The line of scrimmage is now the 18-yard line. A gain on the play of 2 yards. It is 2nd down and 8. Gilmer over the center, gets that ball, drops back, flag down here. Here's a pass straight up the middle. It's complete to Bowman at the 10. He's at the 5. He may do it. He is over. It's a touchdown for Detroit. A straight up the middle pass from Gilmer to Bowman. There was a flag down at the 17-yard line. Apparently it's a penalty against the Bears, which naturally will be declined. Offside against the Bears. Declined, and Detroit has taken the lead in this game as Harry Gilmer, replacing the injured Bobby Layne, directs this ball club to a touchdown. Jimmy Martin will kick. Gilmer will hold. Here's the snap. Here's Martin's kick. It is good. The score, Detroit 7, the Bears 3, with the clock showing 8 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first half. Cassidy is standing close to it. Here's the kick. It's high, no trickery. It goes into the end zone and out of the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. Bears ball, 1st and 10. Out of the huddle they come. Wide to the right, Dooley. Wide to the left, Hill. Slot man to the right is Bill McCall. Here's the snap. Brown hands off to J.C. Caroline. He tries right guard. They're kind of waiting for him there. Slammed hard to the ground by Sonny Gandy, then by Joe Schmidt, captain and linebacker, one of the toughest. A 1-yard net on the play. 2nd down 9 now for the Bears on their own 21-yard line. There's your ball game. 1, 2, 3 now. They come out of that huddle with Hill to the left, Dooley to the right, slot man to the left, McCall. Here's the snap. Brown back, looks for a receiver. He gets one. It's Dooley, who falls down as he makes the catch at the 32-yard line. A beautiful catch by Jimmy. A very low pass. He made a good dive for it. It's a first down catch on the 32-yard line. Good for 11 yards. 1st and 10 Bears on their own 32. Tight T formation. Caroline at right halfback, Caceres at left halfback, and McCall from fullback now goes in motion to the left. Here's the snap, a pitch out to Rick. He's going to try left end. He gets a block from Whitekin. He's at the 40, midfield, the 45, the 40 may do it, the 30. He cuts to his right, the 20, the 15. A good block by Caroline. He's over. A 68-yard run. Ladies and gentlemen, there was one of the greatest runs you've ever seen. Rick Caceres a lot faster than a lot of people realize. And the Bears have taken the lead on Rick Caceres, 68-yard jaunt. Here's the snap. Here's the kick by George. It is, well, is it or isn't it? There it is. Finally, a signal good, and the score is the Bears 10, Detroit 7. It's picked up and down there by Cassidy. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. In for the Bears on the defense. Stan Wallace, Fortunato, as I see him coming off the bench now. Ray Gene Smith, McNeil Moore, Billy Bishop, Jack Hoffman, Bill George, Fred Williams. Bears with 7 men on that forward wall. Here's the snap. The handoff goes this time to Cassidy. He is down for a loss. Slowed up by Billy Bishop and down by Doug Adkins, both of them towering over him. A loss on the play of 3 yards, moving the ball back now to the 17-yard line of Detroit. It is 2nd down 13 for the Detroit Lions. Here's Gilmer, throws a pass in the flat back of the line to Cassidy. He's going to try the end. He gets away from Hanson, but he's hit very hard at the 20-yard line by 2 Bears. And here's a flag down out here on the 35-yard line, way upfield, as Ray Gene Smith and I believe Harley Sewell get into a little hassle, and here's a personal foul rap against Detroit, moving the ball back to the 10-yard line. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Cassidy, a quick opener at guard. He gets across the 15 to the 16-yard line. A nice quick opener player by Harley Sewell and Oliver Spencer, the right guard and right tackle, respectively, of the Detroit Ball Club. Opened the hole for about a 6-yard jaunt by Cassidy, but, of course, they have quite a bit of yardage to make up as a result of the penalty. Slot man to the left is Jim Dorn. Wide to the right is Middleton, Bowman, and Cassidy completing the backfield. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He wants to pass. He throws frantically. Charging through there with nobody bothering him was Wayne Hanson. And that's as close as you can come to intentional grounding without getting the rap for it, because that Gilmer really threw that one in a hurry and didn't have a chance to measure it. It's 4th down now and 14, and the Bears must have been feeding on raw meat all week. I'm telling you, this ball club is higher than a kite. Here's the kick. He gets it away. A very high but not too deep punt. And Bingham calls for a fair catch at the 48, makes it, places it down on the 49. And Bill Bishop and Harley Sewell had a little bumping contest there as they came down under that punt. I believe Phil McHugh has warned the Detroits about these tactics. Now for the Bears, the slot man is McCall. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Caceres. He hits right guard, gets a couple of yards on the play. There's a pile up at midfield. Rick charging hard, moves across the midfield stripe with the pile for another yard or two on the play. Slot man to the left on this play is McCall. Both ends, Dooley and Hill split very wide. Here's the snap. Brown back. He wants to throw a pass. He throws one at the sidelines. It is caught by Hill at the 35. He goes back to the 40 trying to get away from him. Back to the 35, the 30. He's down at the 25, the 23. Marlon Hill gave him back a few yards to get some breathing space. After catching the ball at the 35, he went all the way back to the 40 and finally maneuvered a 26-yard overall gain to the Detroit 24 before McCord tackled him. Out of the huddle they come. First and 10 Bears on the Detroit 24. The Bears are ahead by a score of 10-7. Hill wide to the left, Dooley wide to the right. Motion to make that McCall wide to the left. Hill line up at halfback and went in motion. The ball was handed to Bingham on the play. He hit a quick opener at guard. There wasn't much of a hole there that time, and Joe Schmidt, linebacking, dropped him. The ball has moved out to the 22-yard line. Still got a couple of yards on the play, and it's second down and 8 now. This is WGN Chicago. Welcome to the game of the year. Now Brownie bends over Larry Strickland. Tight T formation. In motion to the right goes Harlan Hill. Here's a pitch to Caceres. He's going to try left end. They're kind of waiting for him, and this time it was Big Bob Miller who dropped him for no gain on the play, possibly a loss of a yard. Miller is very tough to move out of there, and so are fellas like Maines, who's back in action now with Detroit, and Gene Crowder, and Ray Krause, and Darris McCord, and Jerry Perry. They're rough, those forwards for Detroit. The line of scrimmage is the 24. It's now third down and 10. Here's Brown handing off to Harlan Hill. He's going to sweep right in. Gets a block from Rick. He's at the 20, the 15. He's hit by Christensen. He keeps going. He's at the 11. He's down by Long. Well, the Chicago Bears now have the ball on the Detroit 12-yard line. First down. J.C. Caroline back in action. He's okay again. The Bears have uncovered a new triple threat man, running, catching passes, and throwing them in Harlan Hill. Here's the snap. A handoff to J.C. Caroline. He hits left tackle. He's inside the 10. He's down at the 8-yard line. Hit by Joe Schmidt. Hit with an amidships tackle. J.C. is a little slow getting up, but he's all right. The line of scrimmage is now the Detroit 8-yard line. It's going to be second down and 6 for the Bears on the Detroit 8. Slot man to the right, McCall. Signal call. Brownie pitches out to Caroline. He's going to sweep the end. He's at the 5. He may do it. He does do it. Touchdown. Well, they're doing it every way you can think of. This time it was Caroline sweeping right in. Got a swell block from Hill. All right, Blanda will kick. Brown holding now on this conversion. Signal called. Here's the place down. Here's the boot. It's perfect. And the score of the ball game is now the Chicago Bears 17, the Detroit Lions 7. The Chicago Bears 17, Detroit 7. Here's Blanda's run up. Here's the boot. It's low, but it's deep. It is bouncing into the end zone after hitting at the 5-yard line. It bounced over Bowman's head, in and out of the end zone. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. And the slot man to the right, it's Dorn. Gilmer quarterbacking. Layne was hurt. Here's the snap. Harry Gilmer back. He waits. He finally throws one. It is complete at the 38-yard line to Dave Middleton. He's out of bounds instantly with the play at the 37-yard line. Good pass, 17-yard overall net. First and 10 now for the Lions on their own 37-yard line. The Stibble wide to the right, Middleton. Here's the snap at the pitch out to up along Cassidy. He's going to sweep. He's around the end of the 40-yard line. He's hit at the 45 by Joe Fortunato, with Stan Wallace helping on that tackle. A very neat run by Cassidy, who took the pitch out and really picked up a lot of speed in a hurry, outstripping a couple of Bear linemen, but downed. Gilmer races back. The line holds for him. He throws a long one way down there. It is over the head of Middleton. Incomplete at the 5-yard line. Johnny Helwig and McNeil Moore both racing back with him. Dave managed to get behind them. However, the pass was too deep. Left end Dibble in fairly close. Let's see if it's a running play for 2 yards. It is. It's a handoff to Bowman. He tries right tackle. They're ready for him. Hoffman and Williams were ready. It's going to be close. They made it with about 6 inches, maybe a foot to spare. So it's 1st and 10 now for Detroit on their own 47-yard line. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He charges. He's smeared. He fumbles. The Bears and Detroit fighting for the ball. Who's got it? It's on the 40-yard line. Bears ball. And it's Jack Hoffman who recovered the fumble. Let's see if the boys can get another score before time runs out. Hill wide to the left, Dooley wide to the right. Here's the snap. It's a handoff to Rick Caceres, and he is going to be dropped for a loss. Charging through there was Sonny Gandy, and he dropped Rick for a loss of a yard or 2 on the play. It is now 2nd down 12, the ball on the 42-yard line of Detroit, and it looks like the Bears may have called a timeout. The clock has stopped. This is WGN Chicago, the Chicago Tribune station. Jack Brickhouse reporting. Well, Cup.
Well, Jack, we haven't seen the Bears play this inspired football in a long time, and believe me, they're playing a great ball club in Detroit. This is no pushover, regardless of what the score may be.
Time for a play, maybe 2, before the half winds up. They're lined up now. Brown quarterbacking. Here he is, dropping back. He throws one way, way down there, intended for Dooley. Oh, in and out of his hands at the goal line as he and Jimmy David went up in the air for the ball. It was very, very close to a catch, but it goes as an incomplete pass. It's the Bears' ball, 3rd down now, and 12 yards to go. The clock says, the scoreboard says 13. I'll call it 12 here because it's the 42, and the change starts at the 40. He throws a pass at the sidelines. It is over the head of Harlan Hill and out of bounds, incomplete at the 25-yard line, making it now 4th down and 13. Field goal attempt here. You'd have to be kicking from at least the Bear 48 against the wind. So they're going to try it again. 4th down, 13. Here's the snap. Brownie back. Waits, throws one at the sidelines. Caught by Dooley right on the line. And the referee says he was out of bounds when he caught it. So it'll go as an incomplete pass. It was close. Marching in there is Freddie Williams at the last moment. They're lined up. Gilmer quarterbacking. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. Looks for a receiver. Rolls out to the right. Being chased by Jack Hoffman. He's tripped up. And Bishop, he gets away from Bishop, but he's bumped out of bounds by Wayne Hansen right into the Detroit bench back at the 44-yard line on the far side of the field. The clock shows maybe 2 seconds to go. And we're going to have a walk-off against the Bears. That'll move the ball down to the Bear 43. A long field goal attempt by Martin. Here's the snap. Gilmer places down. Martin does kick. It's going to be way, way short. It goes into the end zone. Now the clock shows no time. Will kick off. The Bears are ahead 17-7. Here's the run up. Here's the boot. It carries pretty well. It is taken by Bingham on the 80. Drops it, picks it up the 10. He's back to the 15, the 20, the 25. Hit very hard at the 25. He's down at the 27-yard line. Bill White for him there. And therefore is on the bottom of the pile. Harley Sewell was the bottom man on the tackle along with Jerry Perry. Backing as usual. McCall slots to the right. Dooley is wide to the right. Hill is wide to the left. J.C. Caroline in left half. Now he suddenly shifts over to right half. Caceres at fullback. Here's the snap. Brown fakes a handoff. It's a reverse to McCall. Is going to throw a long pass. It's way high in the air. It slips. It is caught by Stitz on the 45. He's at midfield. 5, the 30, the 35. He may do it. The 30, 25, 20. He's caught from behind by Caroline at the Bear 17-yard line. Well, that play that McCall uncorked for one of those important touchdowns against the Giants backfired this time when the ball slipped out of his hand. That was Yale Larry. Larry is 28 and Stitz is 20, and I thought it was 2-0. We'll double check it anyway. It's the Lions ball, 1st and 10 down the Bear 18. Look out, Gilmer quarterbacking. The Lions just got a big break. Here's the snap. Gilmer hands off now to Getman. He's going to sweep left end. He gets a block. He's at the 15. He's caught at the 12-yard line by Ray Gene Smith. And by Atkins. A pretty good run. All right, they're wide now. Middleton to the right. Dibble to the left. Slot man to the left is Doran, here's Gilmer back, looks for a receiver, he throws, it's caught by Middleton at the 2-yard line, he's down at the 1. And Detroit is really knocking on the door here. Tackle made by J.C. Caroline. It is 1st and goal to go for Detroit on the Chicago Bear 1-yard line. Gilmer over the center, Charlie Annie. Here's the snap, the handoff goes to Hart. Hart hits right guard, he's in there. It's a touchdown for Detroit. Well, boy, that makes it a ball game again. Scores now, the Bears 17, Detroit 13, and if they convert, Martin is in there to try it. Gilmer holding, it'll be 17-14. With Bland's field goal being the edge. That's the opening score of the ball game. Here's the snap, here's the boot by Martin, it is good. The score of the ball game is now the Bears 17, Detroit 14. And the clock shows 12 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's the boot. It's high. It is not too deep. It is going to come down on the 5-yard line. It's taken there by Smith. He's back to the 10. At the 15. He is hit at the 20-yard line, but he keeps going and still milks the play for an extra yard or so before Jerry Perry and Jerry Reichow bump him out of bounds on the near side of the field. So it's the Bears' ball now, 1st and 10 on the Bear. Let's see where Gibbs places it down. 21.5. We'll call it the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Right end is McCall. It's a tight T formation with Dooley at left halfback, and he goes in motion to the left. Here's the snap. It's a handoff to Caceres. He's cutting out to the left this time. He's at the 25. He's at the 30. He's knocked down at the 40-yard line by Joe Schmidt. First down now for the Bears as Rick Caceres racks up another sizable gain. This one good for 15 yards. Carl Karlevitz and Smith making the tackle on him there. 1st and 10 now for the Bears on their own 35-yard line. Slot man to the left is McCall. Caceres and J.C. Caroline in the backfield. Here's Brown dropping back, wants to pass. Throws one up the sidelines, caught by Dooley. He's out of bounds at the 48. First down. As Jimmy Dooley bends over to the sidelines and takes the perfect pitch from Eddie Brown. Good for a dozen yards. Here it is, another holding penalty signified by Gibbs against Detroit, declined by the Bears. That's it. Call it fullback. He goes in motion to the right. Here's the snap. Handoff now to Rick Caceres, and Rick tries to hit left guard. This time the boys are ready for him. A loss on the play of 2 or 3 yards. Charging in there was Big Bob Miller for Detroit. Dropped him. There's a Detroit lineman getting up slowly. Wide to the left Hill, wide to the right McCall. Tight T formation for the Bears. Strickland the center. In motion to the left goes Dooley. Here's the snap to Brown. He hands off to J.C. And J.C. can't find a hole. Backing up there was Schmidt, who grabbed him with a helmet tackle, and J.C. made himself a couple of yards is all on the play. Got back to the 47-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage in this series of downs. Making it now 3rd down and 10 for the Bears. Slot man to the left McCall, wide to the right Dooley. Here's Brown back. Rolls out, throws a screen to Caceres. It's good. He's at the midfield, and he slides across midfield to the 48-yard line of Detroit. Fell off balance after taking the pass from Brown and never could quite regain it. 5-man line for Detroit as they try to rush the kicker. There's a high floating spiral over toward the sidelines inside the 15 now. It may go out of bounds. No, sir. It's taken inbounds there by Cassidy, and he fights his way back to the 20. He took it at about the 14-yard line. Returned to 6 yards. It's now 1st and 10 Detroit on their own 20-yard line. This is WGN Chicago, the Chicago Tribune station. Your host is Standard Oil. Score, the Bears 17, Detroit 14 as the Fighting Detroit Lions now try to get back in this ball game. They are 80 yards away from a score. Gilmer dropping back, he throws, he fakes, now he's going to run, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, tripped up by Bishop. He falls forward, works the play for 3 or 4 yards before Williams falls on him. It's a 4-yard gain on the play, making it now 2nd down and 6. Detroit's ball on their own 24-yard line. Your defensive backs are Stan Wallace, Johnny Helwig, Ray Gene Smith. They're lined up. There's a flank to the left now. It is Dorn. Here's the snap. The handoff goes on a fake to Gedman, and he is cleared for a loss. Back to the 22-yard line. Gene Gedman taking the handoff after a nice fake by Leon Hart into the line. But Gedman was still unable to fool anybody, and Bill George charged in there and dropped him with some help from a couple of the members in that Bear line. There's a flanker to the right. It is Dorn. The wide man is Middleton to the right. Here's Gilmer dropping back. He wants to throw a long one. He does throw a long one. It is incomplete over Middleton's head, out of bounds, right into the Detroit bench on the east side of the field. Now it is 4th down and 8 for Detroit. They'll have to punt. Lynn Larry comes off the bench. 4th down 8. The kick comes from the 10. He gets it away. It's a pretty good boot. Fair catch called for by Bingham at the 40, and he turtles up as soon as he gets it. Joe Schmidt charging down under that one, and so with Charlie Eddy, the center. But Bingham clung to the ball, and it's 1st and 10 Bears on their own 40-yard line. He goes in motion to the left. Caceres and Caroline at the halves. Here's a pitch to Rick. He's going to try left end. He may be losing yardage here. No, sir. He gets away from that would-be tackler, and he's going to make a gain. He's at midfield. He's at the 45. Boy, it looked for sure like Caceres was going to be dropped for a big loss back to about the 35-yard line as he described a big semicircle trying to get away from Bob Miller charging through there. Instead, he worked the play for a 16-yard net gain all the way to the Detroit 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. A nice wide end sweep. Caceres, 220 pounds of nothing but muscle and steel, can run also very, very fast. They're out of the huddle, wide to the left hill, wide to the right is Dooley. Slot man to the left on this play. It's the slot formation is Bill McCall. Brown gets the ball, pitches out now to J.C. Caroline, and he's going to lose yardage on the play. J.C. got no blocking. There's a flag down. Maybe it's unnecessary roughness. And here's a signal over here to us now by Gibbs. Personal foul against Detroit. Holding against the Bears. The two penalties neutralize each other. Brownie back, looks both ways, wants to throw, finally throws one way down there. Hill may have it, he does! Touchdown! Attempt the conversion now. Brown holding. Here's the snap. Here's the boot. It is good. The score of the ball game now is the Bears 24, Detroit 14. Here's the run up. Here's the kick. It's low, but it carries pretty well. It's taken on the fly by Perry. Drops it, picks it up. Cassidy has it at the 15. He's at the 20, the 25. He's running hard. 30, 35. He's hit at the 35 and dropped at the 36 by Doug Adkins of the Bears. George Bland also got in on that one, and he and Jerry Ryko are having a few words now, and Gibbs steps in between them. The Lions huddling on the 25-yard line. They come up to the line of scrimmage now, the 36. Wide to the right, Middleton. Slotted to the right, Dorn. Left end, Dibble in 3 steps from tackle. Gilmer quarterbacking. Here's the snap. The handoff goes to Leon Hart. He tries the middle of the line. There's a swarm of Bear jerseys waiting for Leon on that one. A very short gain. Atkins and Hoffman, both ends, crushed in on him. Make that Doran Dibble is not too far away from tackle, and Doran is slotted to the right. Here's Gilmer back. He wants to pass. He has to throw frantically. And it was intended for Hart. It was incomplete. It dropped shy of the line of scrimmage. Jack Hoffman and Doug Adkins, a couple of ends who are murdered today. Wide to the right now goes Middleton again. The slot man to the right is Jimmy Dorn. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. Looks for a receiver. He may have to run. He's caught from behind. He's jumped for a loss. He was tackled at the 33-yard line by Jack Hoffman, the Bear end. Big loss on the play. Moving the ball back now to the Detroit 33-yard line. 4th down. Here's the pass from center. He gets a beautiful kick away. Just a beauty. Ray Gene Smith can't handle it. The ball hit the downfield official, Bill McHugh, and now it comes dead at about the Bear 6-yard line with 3 Detroit standing over it. Little Bill McHugh, the downfield judge, a Chicagoan by the way, was unable to get out of the way of that ball. It was booted over Ray Gene Smith's head. It took that crazy hop and glanced off him. Here's the snap, the handoff to Rick Caceres. He hits right guard. He keeps going. He's at the 10, the 15. He's at the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down. Boy, is that Caceres having himself a day. By this time, I think Caceres must already today have broken Beanie Feather's all-time ground-gaining record. McCall at halfback moves in motion to the left on the play. A handoff on a quick opener to Bobby Watkins. He moves in between guard and tackle on the left side as Whitekin and Clark try to open a little hole for him there. And Bobby knifed through there for a couple of yards, making it 2nd down 8 now for the Bears. Bears ball, 2nd 8 on their own 24. The ends are split. Here's the handoff to Caceres. He hits right tackle. He's up to the 30, 35. Fights his way to the 40. It takes 4 of them to bring him down. Christensen and David and Smith. And on the bottom there is Sonny Gandy. It took 4 of them to bring Caceres down at the 41-yard line. First down again for the Bears. First and 10 now, Bears on their own 41. They lead 24-14 here in the third quarter. Clock showing 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the quarter. Hill is wide to the left, Dooley to the right. Here's the handoff to Bobby Watkins. He knifes hard, running low, knees pumping high, bending over low. It's a wonder his knees didn't hit him in the face on that one. He still knifed up there for a couple of yards, and I swear I thought he went right between the legs of Big Bob Miller, that tackle on the right. The tight T formation with Caceres at full. Here's a fumble. Brown falls on it, recovers. The snap from Larry Strickland, the center, bounced off Eddie Brown's fingers, fell to the ground. Eddie smothered it with his body. In motion to the left, from left half back goes Dooley. Here's Brown running around. He's going to keep it. Gets a block from Rick, and he is at midfield. Maybe a first down for the Bears as Eddie Brown on a keep it play rolled around right end. Knocked out of bounds and down at the midfield stripe, and it's going to be very close to a first down if it isn't. And here's a walk-off against Detroit. Personal foul against the Lions. That moves it all the way to the 35 of Detroit. Call, tight T formation. Dooley, a left half back. Goes in motion to the left now. The snap to Brown. A handoff to Rick, a quick opener. It's a trap play. He moves across the 35 to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. And, of course, the score here with less than a minute to go, according to that clock here in the third quarter, could really give the Bears not a comfortable, but at least an optimistic cushion going into that last quarter. Wide to the left, Hill. Wide to the right is McCall. In motion to the left from left half back is Dooley. Here's Brown back. Looks for a receiver. Throws a screen to Caceres. He's good at the 30, the 25. Head down. He carries 2 men across the 20 to the 18-yard line. By this time there are 4 on him. And they finally bring down that bull. Christensen and Carroll Evans and Schmidt and Gandy all needed on that tackle. The line of scrimmage is the Detroit 19-yard line. First and 10 for the Bears. That's completely different from the line they ran into the last time they played, and they're being pushed back. There goes the whistle. The third quarter is over. The score at the end of the quarter, and listen to the hand this crowd is giving them, is the Bears 24, Detroit 14. A standing ovation from 50,000 people at Wrigley Field. Dooley to the right, Hill to the left, slot man to the left, McCall. Here's the snap. Could be a flag down on this one. Watkins gets the ball. He's a tackle. He gets inside the 15 to the 14. No flag down. So the fellow on the right side of that fair line we thought moved a little prematurely, did not in the judgment of the official, and that's good. It's a 5-yard plunge. You've got Bears down there today who are up to this point playing the game of their lives. Carolina left half back, Caceres at full. Brown quarterbacking the snap, the handoff to JC, a hole at right guard. He fights his way down to about the 11-yard line. He's shy of first down yardage. He was down there. And the ball is on the 11-yard line. That makes it 3rd down and 2. 3rd down 2. Herman Clark coming out. Rogovan in at guard now for the Bears. Quarterback Eddie Brown. There's calling the signal, the snap, the handoff to JC, hits right guard. He's through to the 5-yard line. First and goal to go Bears. A quick opener, and boy was he quick. Nice hole open up there on the right side of that line. That is first and goal to go now for the Bears on the Detroit 5-yard line. Slot man to the left this time is Dooley. Man, are they mixing them up. Here's a fake handoff, a pass into the end zone was intercepted, I believe, in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Yes, sir, it was intercepted by Jimmy David. And a Bear scoring chance has gone a-glimmering by that alert play on the part of Jimmy David. Bears ahead here by a score of 24-14. Gilmer quarterbacking. Here's the snap. It's a pitch now to McElhenney, who just came in there at halfback. He's smeared for a loss. Back to the 18-yard line. Stan Wallace, Jack Hoffman, Wayne Hansen, and Johnny Helwig all ready for him there. Boy, if the Bears had made that touchdown, you could feel a lot more comfortable. Right now, only 10 points separate these clubs. They're lined up. Gilmer quarterbacking. Here's the snap. Harry hands off, fakes a handoff. He's caught by Wallace, and he may be rep for intentional grounding. I guess not. As he was falling at the 5-yard line, he threw the ball about 3 yards. And the officials are going to confer here now to see whether there's an intentional grounding rap. Nope. Out of the huddle they come. Wide to the left is Dibble. Wide to the right, Middleton. Slot man to the right is Dorn. Here's the snap. Gilmer back again. He finally throws one. It's incomplete. He was hampered on that one. And the pass was way off the mark, fell harmlessly at the 30-yard line as Doug Atkins charged in there and harassed him on that play. Now there's a flag down at the 31-yard line. It's pass interference. There wasn't a Detroit man anywhere near that. However, you can't hit a man while the ball is in the air. Here's the snap. Gilmer races back. He wants to pass. He throws one at the sidelines. It's incomplete. Dibble had it at the 45, ran out of bounds chasing it, couldn't hold on to it. It goes as an incomplete pass. There's a flag down at the 35-yard line. Score of the game is the Bears 24, Detroit 14. The clock now shows 12 minutes and 30 seconds of playing time remaining. Here's a holding penalty against the Bears. Defensive holding. It'll be an automatic first down then for Detroit. Split wide. Here's the snap. The handoff to Gedman. He tries left guard. Charging in there, Bill George. Diagnosed the play perfectly. Dropped him in a hurry. Fred Williams helping on the tackle. Very little gain on the play. Maybe 2 yards, no more. Second down 8. Both ends split wide. Here's the snap. It's a pitch out to Gedman. He's bumped way back there for a loss. Back to the 33-yard line. Joe Fortunato, Red Dog on the play. He picked out Gedman as his man. He had a hunch on the play. 12 minutes and 30 seconds of playing time remaining. Middleton is flanked very wide. Dibble is in close at left end. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He throws one. It is incomplete by Hansen at the 44. It was that straight up the middle pass, which Gilmer's made work twice, once for a touchdown. Time Hansen was there. Couldn't quite hold on to it. It goes as an incomplete pass. And he still punts. And the ball bounces to the 40. Now it bounces sideways. And it's going over toward the sideline where the Bears are. It comes dead out of bounds at the Chicago Bear 38-yard line. The Bears had a hunch that Detroit might try some trickery on that punt, so they only sent one man back. It's the Bears' ball, first and 10 on their own 38-yard line. Now with the clock showing, 11 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The Bears take over first and 10. A flanker to the right. The slot man is McCall. A handoff to Rick. He hits right tackle. No gain to amount to anything on this play, maybe a yard, as Ray Krause, the giant left tackle of Detroit, grabs him and bears him to the ground a little bit like he was bulldogging a steer. The slot formation is McCall. Here's the snap. Brown back. He wants to pass. He throws one at the sidelines. It is caught by Hill. And Harlan was hit immediately by Larry, who then put his head down and rushed him all the way back across midfield. But of course Harlan gets as far as his forward motion took him, which makes it a 15-yard gain. Here's the snap. Brown back again. He wants to pass. He throws one at the sidelines. It is over Dooley's head. He was being hounded by Jimmy David on the play. Dooley faking to the left and breaking hard right toward the sidelines. He lined up at right end, but the pass was just a little off the mark. It is now second down 10 for the Bears. New football in the game. Here's the snap. A handoff to Caceres. He's going to try to sweep. He turns the corner at the 45. He's at the 40. Christensen grabs him with a helmet tackle at the 35. He fought to the 35, maybe the 34. First down. As Rick Caceres racks up another 11 or 12 yards down to the Detroit 34-yard line. First and 10 Bears. Rick Caceres playing the game of his life today. To the left is Hill. Wide to the right, Dooley. The snap, the handoff to J.C. Caroline. He's got a hole. He's at the 25, the 20, twist to the 18. A quick opener right over the middle with Jones, Rogoman, and Strickland, the two guards in the center, opening the hole. First and 10 Bears now as Caroline moves the ball to the 19-yard line. Wide to the right, Dooley. Wide to the left, Harlan Hill. In motion from fullback to the left is McCall. Here's a pitch out to Caceres. He's going to try. He stiff arms one man, but is still slowed up. Diagnosing that play, charging in there for Detroit was Cronin, the guard. Strickland of the Bears moving the ball back to the Detroit 38. It is first and 25. By the way, don't forget the Pro Bowl game on January 13th. Here's a handoff to Caroline. He's going to try right end. A block from Jones, a block from Caceres, but a lot of credit to Sonny Gandy, who charged in there and avoided being blocked on the play and dropped Caroline at the 39-yard line of Detroit when it looked like J.C. and that wide end sweep might just make himself quite a gain. Here's the snap, Brown back, he throws a pass at the sidelines, caught by McCall at the 30, the 28, and he's out of bounds on the 22-yard line, knocked out of bounds by Carl Evans. Well, they made up that penalty yardage with a 16-yard gain. Now it is the Bears' ball, and there was a holding rap against Detroit. And the pass completion is going to be called back because the Bears would rather have first down at the 35, which is what they now own. Picks him up, so does Larry, and motion to the left comes Dooley. A handoff to Caceres on a draw play. Over the middle goes Rick. He gets 5 on the play to the 30-yard line. J.C. Caroline coming off the sidelines, going back into action. The Bears coach is down there on the sidelines. George Connor, Patty Driscoll, Phil Handler are yelling something out there right now. Second down 5 for the Bears on the 30. Here's the snap, the handoff to J.C. He's going to run wide to the left. He is brought down with a helmet tackle at the 28-yard line. That will make it third down and about 3 if this one holds up. The man with the stick hasn't moved yet. They're putting the ball down now on the 29-yard line. Made it first and 5. It's now second and about 4. On the 29, the handoff to Caroline. He hits left guard. He trips over his own interference this time. They pile him up in the line that time. Schmidt threw his body along with Long at the whole play and threw things out of kilter, but he still got a yard or so on the play. And the bottom man getting up to Stan Jones, who was trying to clear the way. Still, here's the snap. Brown heads off to Caroline. He hits right tackle. J.C.'s across the 25. He's got a first down. Boy, there's a big first down. That gives the Bears first and 10 on the Detroit 24-yard line. And what's more important, maintaining possession of that ball. McCall is at fullback, Caroline at half. Here's the snap, a handoff to Caroline again. And he reverses himself as he sees himself being charged in on, and he gets back just about a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. He shot it out to the right. Ray Krause charged in there, slipped past the intending blockers, and almost trapped J.C. for a big loss. J.C., seeing that it was futile to go right, suddenly reversed himself and went straight up the middle and fought his way back to within a yard of the line of scrimmage. The ball is now squarely on the 24-yard line. Hill to the right, Dooley. Slot man to the right, McCall. The snap, the handoff to Johnny Hoffman is at fullback, straight up the middle, and Johnny's to the 18-yard line. A quick opener with Strickland and Rogoman. Make that Jones and Clark opening a hole in the middle of the line. Johnny Hoffman having replaced Rick Caceres at fullback. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe it's 5:30. You can't tell from this clock. Here's the snap, a pitch out to Carolina. Right end sweep. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. He is tripped up at the 7-yard line. First and goal to go Bears. Bears ball, first and goal to go. J.C. Caroline picks up the load. Bobby Watkins racing in there now, replacing Caroline at halfback. There's another fabulous hand for Caroline. Out of the huddle they come. McCall in the slot. Here's the snap, the handoff to Bobby Watkins. He hits left guard. He's fighting. He may do it. He does. Touchdown. Bobby Watkins knifed over center. He wouldn't be stopped on the play. The Bears have another score. There goes a Bear fan on the field just as they try to convert. He shakes hands with Ed Brown just before the ball is snapped. He shakes hands with Blanda, who's in there to kick. And he now will shake hands with the judge. Brown holding. Blanda will kick. Here's the boot. It is good. And the score of this ball game is now the Chicago Bears 31, the Detroit Lions 14, with the clock showing 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the game. The address there is 1518 Walnut Street in Philly. Here's the run-up. Here's Blanda's kick. It's beauty, the best of the day. Way out of the end zone. Bangs against the vines at Wrigley Field. It'll be brought out to the 20-yard line. Detroit's ball, first and 10. There's a fight between Jerry Reichow and George Blanda. They had it once before, you know. Middleton to the right. Doran wide left. The flanker is Gedman. Here's a pass intercepted at the 25-yard line by Fortunato. He may score. He's at the 5. He's over. Joe Fortunato just It's intercepted at the 25 and ran for another touchdown. It is now a rout. George Connor, who is now coaching and who is Fortunato's mentor as a linebacker, also intercepted a clutch pass against Detroit last year and made a touchdown for the first time he'd ever done it in his life. And following that, we're going to the Bears dressing room, and if we don't go to the Bears dressing room, I'm going to be real surprised. Here's Blanda's kick. It is no good. The kick is good. First we saw the no good sign, then all of a sudden they say it's good. Here's the kick, and this one goes into the bleachers. A souvenir from Blanda. Somebody gets a $15 prize. Here's the fight starting again. George Blanda aiming a couple of punches at let's see who from Detroit. Boy, what a battle. Buddy Parker, the Detroit coach, is out there trying his best to regain some semblance of law and order. In the meantime, here goes Bill Bishop after somebody. He's battling with Forrest Maines of Detroit. And again, everybody has to dive in there. And Gilmer quarterbacking, bends over Charlie Anney. Bears way out in front. Here's a pass complete here to Gedman at the 25. He's caught at the 30, falls forward to the 31 or 2 yard line. Caught from behind by Stan Wallace with Bill George helping on the tackle. That is a first down pass play for the Lions, moving the ball to the 32, 1st and 10. Here comes J.C. Caroline back in on pass defense, replacing Johnny Helwig at the moment. Wide to the left Dibble, wide to the right Middleton, slot man to the left Doran. Gilmer dropping back now, wants to pass again. His line holds pretty well this time. Here's one straight up the middle, complete to Dibble at the 43. He is caught by Ray Gene Smith and down as he ran parallel with the 45-yard line. Ball placed out on the 43. That's a first down. Good for about 11 yards on that play, maybe 12. 1st and 10 now for Detroit, 43-yard line. The clock showing now, if I read it correctly, 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Slot man to the left, Doran, Bowman, and Gedman in the backfield. Here's Gilmer dropping back. He throws one at the sidelines. It's complete to Middleton at the Bear 41-yard line. He was off balance, headed for out of bounds, couldn't right himself and come back inbounds. The pass is complete, but he goes out of bounds with it at the 41-yard line. These guys have played better than they know how. 1st and 10, Detroit on their 41. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He waits. He throws. It's deflected by Fred Williams. And Doug Atkins. Atkins charged in there, I think, and was the boy who got his hand on the pass. It deflected down to the 35-yard line, fell harmlessly. It is now 2nd down and 10 for Detroit. On the 41-yard line, here's the snap. Gilmer back. He looks to his left. He throws up the middle. It's incomplete, intended for Bowman. Sort of screen pass there, just over the line. It fell harmlessly. It was over the mark at the 30-yard line. It is 3rd down now and 10. Here's the snap. Harry's back. Gets some good protection this time. He may run with the ball. He does. And he is out of bounds at the 40-yard line. He had to run toward the sidelines to avoid Bill George, and finally Malakas and Brackett, and especially Brackett, bumped him out of bounds right near the Bear bench, making it 4th down now. Now with the ball on the 40-yard line, it is 4th down and 9. Hear what they have to say in person. Here's Gilmer back. He throws one up the middle. It's complete at the 26-yard line to Middleton. Well, let's get it right. It's Bowman. The ushers and the police are having trouble containing the crowd down there along the sidelines. There are literally hundreds of Bear well-wishers who want to stand next to their heroes and pat them on the back right now. 1st and 10 for Detroit on the Bear 27. They're lined up now. Gilmer quarterbacking. The ends are flanked wide. Here's the snap. Gilmer back. He throws one on the flat. It's complete to Doran at the 18. He is hit very hard at the 16-yard line. Upended and driven to the ground very hard by Ray Gene Smith. However, he holds onto the ball. It goes in the books as a completed pass to the 17-yard line. And if it's not a first down, it's very close to it. The score is the Bears 38, Detroit 14. Here's the snap. Gilmer hands off to Bowman. He hits left guard. He's got his first down. He's inside the 10-yard line to the 9. Dropped by Wayne Hansen and McNeil Moore. It's 1st and goal to go now for Detroit, and the Detroit Lions may very well march to a score here, but if they do, it still won't affect the outcome of this game, because with 40 seconds to go, the Bears are leading 38-14. Lined up now. Gilmer gets the ball. Looks like he wants to pass. He throws one in the flat. It's incomplete. The first Western Division championship that we've had in 10 years in this town by the Bears. The last one they won was in '46, and that year, don't forget, they beat the Giants for the championship. Maybe history will repeat itself. The Cardinals won their championship in '47 and their division title in '48. It's been a long, dry spell. Here's the pass in the end zone, complete to Dibble. A touchdown then from Gilmer to Dibble. And Dorn Dibble was all alone there between the goalposts, running on the slant at about a 15-degree angle when he took that pass. So Detroit has scored with 20 seconds remaining in the game. Bill Stitz has come in to do a little blocking. Gilmer will hold. Jim Martin will boot. Here's the kick by Jungle Jim. It's good. And now the score is the Bears 38 to the Detroit Lions 21 with 20 seconds to go at Wrigley Field. It's going to be an onside kick, no doubt. They have, no sir, he did kick deep. There's a very deep kick then. Is back to the 8-yard line. Bingham stumbles as he goes for the ball. Is that it? Just as they came out of the huddle, Gibbs picked up the ball and threw it to Dick Clawwetter. It's all over. The Bears win. The score, the Bears 38, Detroit 21, and there are thousands of fans on that field now. Man, is this a happy place. Congratulations to the Bears.